everybody. This is, we're back talking about in 3D here on the Beard Al podcast, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Weird Al Yankovic in 3D album. And yes, that's right. This is the Beard Al podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And I am Lauren, and I am joined by a man who just cracked his own beer can open, too. Brad, hello.
Sure.
How are you?
Hello. Thank you for having me on the podcast and giving me an excuse to drink this Thursday night.
Oh, we do what we do. So yeah, people are, which is funny is like most people, when they listen to this, are going to be listening to it on a Friday morning, not this Friday morning, but a shortly upcoming.
I was going to say, that's a quick turnaround time. Holy shit.
But it's a shortly
Holy
upcoming.
Sorry.
It's a shortly upcoming Friday morning. So they'll be like, did they prepare this for us last night? I assure you we did not.
Well, you can let them think that if they want to.
Right?
You guys want to believe that, I suppose, create your own headcanon for the world.
Imagine. Well, we do say here that time is a flat circle, so who even knows what's going on anymore?
Time is a flat circle. We do know this.
Yeah. So, Brad, here at the beginning, I'm going to give you the opportunity to remind my listeners about your podcast, because you were here once before. It was
That's true.
Several, at least one rotation of the Earth ago.
Yeah,
Orbits,
definitely.
rather, not rotation. It was a while. But you talked about running with scissors.
That's correct.
See?
Yeah, and you were on my pod to talk about the same thing.
Indeed.
Right? So yeah, it was a little bit of a double feature. Yeah.
Yes. So now, yes, please tell the people, remind them about your show.
So I run the podcast, the Album Concept Hour, and we talk about concept albums, break them down track by track every other week, and we try to figure out what the albums are about, whether there is like a narrative of the album, or maybe it's doesn't have a narrative that ties it all together. So either way, though, we try to figure out what it is that makes the album special and try to dig deep, and especially for the weird stories. Those are my favorite ones. Where we get a very strange story told by an album. It's a lot of fun, and I got two co-hosts and rotating guests all the time. So
that's
check it out.
It's a cool concept. Heyo,
heyo.
Yeah, I'm personally I'm a big fan of like concept albums. I grew up on Turn of a Friendly Card by the Alan Parsons Project. And as the Electric Light Orchestra fan that I am, of course, there's El Dorado and Time, which are both weird concept albums that are beautiful. Russ got me for my birthday the Mobile Fidelity something or other. I don't know. It's like beyond my comprehension of how good this vinyl is of ELO's El Dorado. And so I have the version of it that like is coveted. He apparently had to like hunt it down for me, and I'm like,
oh wow,
this is great. I love this album so much. It sounds really good. I that's as far as I go.
I don't know why it's extra special, but it sounds fun.
It's great.
I'm kind of at the same place with my like vinyl collecting. Like I do collect vinyl, but I don't know the differences between the different fidelities or types so much. I just throw it on the turntable and listen to it.
Yeah, I'm learning. I find that I have to give myself something specific to focus on, especially if I'm doing like an apples to apples comparison. Like if it's the same album on two different formats, for instance.
Yeah.
I find I'm like, all right, I'm going to listen to the bass line, or I'm going to hear like that tambourine or something that I give myself something to focus on, so I can say,
dial into the different parts.
How that's different, We just got we're going to have a video on the Infectious Groove Music YouTube channel at some point. It's a 45 RPM pressing of Matchbox 20's debut album.
Oh,
which was the first album I bought on CD with my own money. So that album means something to me, and I know it front to back. And we listened to it on 45 RPM like last week, and I was like, it was like hearing it again for the first time. I was like 12, I was like, oh, this is so amazing,
Okay.
I mean, it's such an average album, but I love it so much.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you have something that you're, super connected to in that way, like it's there's nothing that can tarnish that,
Yeah, so I could
Yeah.
definitely tell the difference there,
hmm
between a
Yeah, yeah.
25-year-old CD and a 45 RPM vinyl pressing.
I
Um,
like broke my 45 RPM in my record player. Well, okay, I broke the 33 RPM in the record player by trying to adjust it. And then I ended up having to adjust my 45 RPM mode to be 33 RPM in order to play records again, like, because most are
yeah,
33.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So now if I have a 45, I just have to hear it in a weird, slowed version of it. And
yeah.
sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll throw on a 33 record or a 45 record, and then just it sounds weird and stretched, and it just becomes a different genre.
Yeah. I
Essentially.
I remember, and we're gonna get back on focus here at some point. I feel like we're talking
At
about
some point.
polkas on 45, so talking about things that are at
That's true.
45 is not too far off the rails yet. I remember Taylor Swift released some album of hers on like a 45 RPM format, and there's a bunch of Swifties who didn't know what was going on. They're like, "Why does she sound like a man on this record?" It's because they're playing.
She
it
sings so
wrong.
deep now. Wow.
What happened to her?
She really expanded her range
Yeah,
somehow.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we jump in too far, you are one of the delightful people who comes on the show and has a beer with me. So please
That's
explain
correct.
what you are drinking in this moment.
So in this moment, I am drinking a little beer by the name of Polka King
Oh,
from Door County. I went down about like 3/4 of the way down the beer aisle. I'm from Wisconsin, so our beer aisles are like really long. And finally something jumped out at me. I saw Polka King and I was like, that's the beer. I gotta grab that. And I also have this one that's completely unrelated. I don't know what it has to do with you guys, but it's called Infectious Groove. It's the other one
I
I grabbed.
love that. Yeah. See, that's so nice. That's so nice. What
Yeah.
brewery does this Infectious Groove? Are they like local to you or what?
Also brewing company. It does have a picture of Wisconsin on it, so I'm assuming it's somewhere close by. And I think both of these are Wisconsin breweries. So it is something where, like, when you talk about like making choices for like a specific beer at the beginning, I'm like, oh man, if she could just walk down the aisles here, she would never ever like run out of connecting beers.
I know. There's a lot in Florida that's a lot like that. I just didn't have I literally had to go to my beer fridge and make a choice today instead of like
Mm-hmm.
doing anything on purpose. But I feel like I need to get that Infectious Groove beer somehow. Like,
Dude, right? Yeah, get like a case of it. Don't tell Russ about it. Just like get a case
I
and like
know.
give it to him
That'd be
for his
so
birthday or
cool.
something.
Yeah, oh, I make candles in beer cans. So like I
Oh, cool.
would save them and I'd make candles and put them all over the
Oh
place.
yeah, yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
so
I'll
cool.
keep it forever. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
nice, nice. What are you
Um,
sipping on
Here's
tonight?
so I have it's an India Pale Ale with grapefruit, and
Hmm,
it's not a hazy with grapefruit. It's just
okay.
right. So this is a very juicy beer. It's from
Ooh.
Motorworks Brewing in Bradenton, Florida. So this is Florida.
All right, all
Um,
right.
so this is a stretch, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it work.
Stretch it out.
It's called Pulp Friction. Okay, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like a Pulp Fiction kind of beer, but I was like polka. It's
Pulp,
pulp,
polka,
polka. So
polka. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
We got there.
why not? That's where I'm going at. But this
Yeah.
it's great. It says pair with the tasty burger of your choice, which is funny
Oh.
because of Pulp Fiction. It's a Royale with cheese.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
But I'm here for it. This is pretty good. I like it. It's
Yeah.
I when I sipped it, it smells like it smells piney, but it tastes juicy, which is
hmm
unusual, and I dig it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, usually IPAs aren't so juicy so much, but
Hmm.
I like a good juicy like beer. Like this Infectious Groove is a sour ale.
Oh, I
I'm
like a
a big fan
sour.
of those.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I always like a little bit of sourness. I used to love the IPAs, but I can't drink them as much as I used to anymore because they like, I don't know, dry you out kind of. They give you like
Yeah.
cotton
Oh,
mouth and
they
shit.
do.
Like,
They do.
yeah.
I've kind of slowed down on them as well. Like the last flight I had was all ciders and sours.
Mhm.
So I'm like, I hear that. I hear
Yeah.
that. Like, it's funny, you know, they say tastes change, and you're thinking like, you feel like sometimes you hit a point and you're like, well, I think I like everything that I'm going to like, you know, and then there's stuff that you like that you're like, okay, I still like it, but I don't need it as much as I used to, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The situations change and life brings you different things. And then all of a sudden it's like, can I really be drinking like 4 or 5 IPAs in a night? Probably not anymore. You know?
oh, here we
Yeah,
are.
I like the light classic-y kind of, Pilsner stuff. I got a Coors on deck, although don't tell anyone they're on strike right now. I'm not supposed to be drinking this. Um, but it was in my fridge, and it has been a standard of my podcast for a while. And then I just saw a post like recently, like they're on strike. Don't drink Coors right now. I'm like, oh shit.
Well,
What do I do?
what do I do? Well, be true to yourself. It's fine. You
Yeah,
had it
yeah,
in your fridge. It's not like you went and bought it,
yeah.
right?
That's true. That's true. I have not bought any Coors since I found out about that.
So,
So,
and
I'm being a good boy.
drinking what you already have in there, that's not hurting anybody because that's money
Exactly.
already spent.
Exactly.
It would be wasted if you didn't. So that's my logic
Yeah.
there.
Well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that.
You're
Makes me
welcome.
feel a little better about sipping on it tonight.
That's what I'm here to do. So let's jump into Polkas on 45.
Yeah.
This is the last track on side 1 of the Weird Al Yankovic in 3D album. And it is Al's first polka. So
Yeah.
for as synonymous as he's become with the Weird Al polkas, like this is the first one. This is the template.
Yeah. Yeah. From which all grow from. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's I didn't realize there wasn't one on the first album, but probably just figuring stuff out at that point.
And
But
you don't miss it on the first album because that first album is so reliant on the accordion that you don't miss the polka. There's also no polka on Even Worse in 1988.
Oh, they skipped it for that one.
Every
Okay.
other album has a polka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because like it's now that he's not doing like the like full length albums quite as much or whatever, like he's mostly just putting out one at a time here and there. It's like people now come to him for a polka. You know what I mean? They seek him out, like he was on not Colbert, the British gentleman that has the political talk show. I don't know. I'm like John something.
Oh, Jonathan Oliver.
Jonathan Oliver. Yes. He came on to do the North Korea polka.
Please don't bomb us, North Korea.
We have Lin-Manuel reached out to him to do the Hamilton polka.
Hamilton polka.
I like that he's kind of just sought out now for when like we need an epic polka. Give us one, please.
Yes. I don't want to put this energy out in the universe, but I'm going to. I think if he were to do anything ever again, like right now in this moment, a Taylor Swift polka would be hilarious.
Oh my god!
And call it like In My Polka era, and just like go.
Yeah, Al's version.
Al's version, stop it!
You have to have Al's version in there somewhere.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
That'd be so good. I would love that.
Because I don't know. It'd be great. But yes, this is the template. This is where all of the polkas came from. And as a kid, I didn't understand the title Polkas on 45.
Oh yeah, right. I wouldn't have recognized that either at the time myself. But yeah, do you want to explain what whatever what's it called?
Yeah, it was Stars on 45.
Stars on 45.
Yeah. So like here's the thing. Like when I was talking to Russ about this episode earlier today, and he was like, the biggest thing that I'd have to add to this is that I remember all of that Stars on 45 stuff. Because like it was happening. He was around for the Stars on 45 thing. He remembers it. And And so
Oh man.
I had this. I was like, okay, well, what is this? So I dug into it. They were a Dutch novelty pop act that was successful in Europe, the U.S., and Australia in the early '80s. Um, and basically, what they did was did medley recordings, and they recreated hit songs as faithfully as possible, and joined them together with a common tempo and underlying drum track.
Hmm.
So, what the the Weird Al polka then? I don't know if it would have existed if this Stars on 45 thing didn't exist, because the Weird Al
Hmm.
polka is just a polka version of that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't like put that together until I was doing research for this, because I became aware of Stars on 45 because I have this random vinyl that's like a compilation vinyl with like various artists, and like the first song on side one is the original Stars on 45.
oh dear.
So that's when I became aware of Stars on 45. I was like, what is this weird medley thing? And at first I thought it was like the actual recordings of the songs taken and just like mixed together, kind of like they did in the 90s on radio sometimes. But the extra step of actually having like recording these songs themselves is such an impressive feat of the Stars on 45, because they really nail John Lennon and Paul McCartney's voices and Beatles styles within it, and there's like a disco-y kind of element throughout. Really impressive stuff for the time period. you
Yeah.
know
Really impressive stuff, like in general, right? Because like I was
yeah.
looking at this and I'm like, so it said the Beatles sound alike were established Dutch singers, and they name them like they were from like actual Dutch pop groups and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's just like holy moly. So
Yeah.
they they just kept going, and they did a lot of these things, and
Yeah.
then there were things that happened kind of before and after, because I'm on the Wikipedia page and it's like similar acts and parodies, right?
Yeah.
So there were things that kind of came before them that were doing similar stuff, because like there was a lot of disco medleys that people would put together in a
Yeah.
similar
Yeah. it was
fashion.
it was like a good time for that, like remixing, kind of reworking stuff, but like different than years down the line where we can just throw it on a turntable and just kind of mix it together live or whatever. Like it, it's hard to explain the technology shift or whatever, as far as that goes, because like we did similar stuff, like I said, in the 90s. There was like late at night on different radio stations, you would hear this sort of thing where they're just kind of mixing different pops hit songs in and out of each other, but it was the actual recordings of those songs, whereas this like takes a much wider view on that.
Yeah, it's wild. And I'm sure this kind of thing still happens. I there's a taco restaurant that Russ and I frequent that
Okay.
we go in there, and it's always like Latin tinged cover versions of stuff that
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like, is this done to be like American Mexican food music that
Hmm.
sounds like you're in a Mexican restaurant, but is like,
Interesting.
it's like, is this Fallen by Alicia Keys? But no,
Yeah. Yeah.
like we've had so many of those moments, and I, like there can't be that big of a market for like Latin tinged covers of American pop music, right? I feel like that's got to be a calculated Stars on 45 esque move.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because I mean, I know that like, the hits get around or whatever, but yeah, it'd be interesting to look into, what the, copyright situation is in that restaurant or whatever, and
Yeah.
what catalogs they're pulling from.
Yeah. If you are
Yeah.
listening to this and you have anything to do with the music that plays at any of the Cantina Louie locations, please
Mm,
let
mm.
me know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell, that's awesome.
That's hilarious. Um,
Yeah.
there's other than the fact that this is a parody of the Stars on 45 thing, which is funny. It's, you think about this, right? The first polka medley is a parody,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's a
I
parody.
just thought about that in this moment. That just came to me.
Yeah, it is. So okay, when you play a song in a different style, but it's a cover, is that a pastiche? I always forget what
No,
pastiche
that's just
is.
a pastiche is a song done in the style of a particular artist, right?
Okay.
So like all the songs in the polkas they're covers. It's a cover
Yeah.
medley just done in a polka style, right? That's not a pastiche. That's nothing. It's just a straight cover medley. Just happens to be done like a polka. Whereas a song like blah, 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 Dare to Be Stupid, right?
Yeah,
Is a pastiche of Devo.
That's right.
Okay.
Perfect example of pastiche.
Exactly. It's a perfect pastiche. But like then you've got this Polkas on 45, knowing that Stars on 45 did this with a different group of songs, but regardless, did this as a pop song. This is a parody and a polka.
Yeah. That's
right.
I didn't even think of that, but that's totally true. It's a parody just like any other, track that he, puts together, but not a full on parody, because it's also covers.
He's
It's
parodying
like
the concept.
it's both.
Of the
Yeah.
This is a rabbit hole. This is very deep. This is very deep. But that's what
Yeah,
Weird Al is
yeah.
supposed to do. The last fact that's here on the weirdal.fandom.com, which is where I get my facts for this. That seems to be the most reliable source.
Seems like the right place to be
Seems the right
going
place to
for
go.
these kinds of facts, probably. Yeah.
Is that this is the only polka medley to be featured on the Essential Weird Al Yankovic Greatest Hits compilation. So, and it's got to be
got a soft spot for it.
Yeah, it's got to be a tough choice to make, because there's a lot of great. This is nowhere near my favorite polka, but the fact that this is the first polka, I think, is important.
So, well, yours would be probably the one on Running with Scissors, if I were to guess, right? Because
well, we did.
That's the one I'm most familiar with, just because of my age, But it's like close with that one and the one from Bad Hair Day, probably. For me.
The alternative polka on Bad Hair Day was my first polka.
Okay.
This was my second, because we got Bad Hair Day and then we worked, backwards and filled in the gaps. So this is the second polka I heard.
Yeah.
But my favorite polka is the Hamilton polka. And I will tell you, I have not been able to get myself to sit through Hamilton. It's not my thing. It's not my
interesting.
It's not my bag. Okay.
Yeah,
I've tried multiple times because I like the Hamilton polka so much. I've tried really, really, really hard to be like, all right, I'm going to watch Hamilton. And I just, it doesn't grab me. And obviously Hamilton's not bad. It's just not for me. Right. But I love the Hamilton polka because I think it takes the format that he laid out here in 1983 for it, right? Because this came out in 84, but like he did this in 83, right? That he laid out 40 years ago and perfected it. Like the things I'm going to talk about that I like in this are similar things that he does in the Hamilton polka. Like it's like you took this thing and this is a master at his craft in the Hamilton polka. This right here, the polkas on 45, is him laying the groundwork for him to get that good. So
yeah, and I mean these are the tracks that like every Weird Al album I hear is like I almost judge that era of Weird Al on the quality of the polka.
Sure.
Because like it's like, there's so many big songs that, big pop songs that, make the charts and like you can make, parodies of, but then, he gets this like 3 or 4 minutes where he just gets to bang a bunch of them out at once, And I guess I want to ask before we get really into it. I know you've probably been to more Weird Al shows than I have. How many of those have had polkas? I don't know how often that he throws that out there.
If he's touring to support an album, he will do the polka from that album.
Okay.
So I've seen I saw the Running with Scissors tour. I saw the Poodle Hat tour.
I was at the Running with Scissors tour as well.
Yeah, I saw that tour twice. It was great, right? I saw
Yeah.
the Poodle Hat tour. Did it straight out of Linwood. Yeah, so I've seen every polka live since Running with Scissors. I've seen all of those polkas.
Okay. Okay. Follow-up question then. Have you ever seen him perform multiples
No.
of the polkas in one show? Because
No.
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, man, I'd love to just hear him do like 3 or 4 of these in a row.
I would love I'd love an all polka concert.
Just an unending polka set. Yeah, that'd be epic.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. And like, hey, I've got some rabid Weird Al fans listening who are, I have a podcast about Weird Al, but I there's people listening that are more rabid than even I. Has he ever done more than one polka in a concert? I don't think so, because it's usually
I was curious about that, but I don't know how to check it.
They're a timely thing, right? So he would do the one that was the most relevant.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, but I don't know. There could have been a weird random thing. All I'm saying is,
listeners, let us know.
Let us know. You know how to get in touch with me. We've had the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour twice now. I would like.
I think it would happen during that. Yeah.
No, because he didn't do any polkas there. What I'm saying is, I want a ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised polka tour where it's just all the polkas.
He's overdue for that. Honestly, that's something that absolutely needs to happen once, at least. So Weird Al, I know you're probably listening to this, right?
Sure.
So definitely get on that ill-advised polka tour.
I'd be there. I'd be there.
Yeah.
I'll polka my eyes out. I'll be there.
Yeah.
That's the polka from Off the Deep End, which is my favorite polka to do at karaoke.
Oh, you do right, because you do these at karaoke sometimes.
Yeah,
I think we talked about that a little bit. That's fun.
I'll do polka your eyes out at karaoke. The one that starts with the Rock the Cradle of Love, because it starts with a guitar lick, and so people are like, what if they don't know what they're about to get into?
Oh yeah, that's a good one to trick people into the track. Yeah.
And then it's like, get to go the Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I think we've covered enough facts about polkas on 45 and thereabouts. So,
well, I do want to mention one more. I have just a slew of things that'll I'll just read them all together basically. The first 2 polkas are named after live mashups, one being Stars on 45. The next one is based on Hooked on Classics, which is a classical polka or classical mashup type thing. And then he ran out of mashup music groups to name things after, I guess. But I do want to mention that there's 2 sections in this polka that are actually covers of polka songs, which he doesn't do in all of the polkas, but there are a few polkas where he has like a few polka covers within the tracks. And the clarinet polka reappears in Polka Your Eyes Out. So it appears in this one, and then it doesn't reappear until Polka Your Eyes Out.
That's great.
From Off the Deep End. And one more thing is that the ear booker polka is what ends each of the polkas for the first 7 polkas that he puts out. And then that didn't reappear until the Hamilton polka.
Yes.
So I believe that he thinks the Hamilton polka is one of his best as well, because he ends it like his classic polkas. So.
Yes. Oh, I love the earbooker polka. First of all, I think that's great because that's his polka and it's delightful. And because there was a time switch, right, between Bad Hair Day and Running with Scissors. He grew the hair out. He got the LASIK. Right. And so when the when the glasses and mustache went, the polka ending changed. So that's like there's a split there.
Oh, that's the the turnover. Okay.
Yep, because the polka on Running with Scissors, which is dibbity-doo polka power, because it's like the Spice Girls girl power. That ends with the Way Moby polka, the Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a whole lot of fun. But there's a couple different things that happen in polkas on 45. He's got the Lawrence Welk with Bubbles in My Wine the Lawrence Welk theme song in there in the middle between Hot Blooded and Every
Yeah,
Breath You Take.
just a little tiny taste of it.
Yep.
Yeah, like
It's
blink and you miss it kind of thing.
it's a nice little transition. So yeah. Okay. All right. I think we're in a good place.
Yeah. We got a lot of tracks to kind of discuss in brief, of course, because obviously because it's the polka. It's got a bunch of tracks.
Yeah. So I think, you know what, since this is the first time a polka's happened in this format, do you think it would behoove me to just kind of run through the tracks in order?
Yeah.
So that's
Let the people know.
Let the people know. So, yes, this opens with the beer barrel polka. That's kind of what kicks things off. Then you've got Jocko Homo by Devo. The clarinet polka then takes you into Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. And then Sex, I'm a by Berlin, which is followed by Hey Jude by the Beatles. LA Woman by the Doors. Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly. Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. Burning Down the House by the Talking Heads. Hot Blooded by Foreigner, which transitions through Bubbles in the Wine into Every Breath You Take. And then you've got Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. Jumpin' Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones. It ends with My Generation by The Who. And it, of course, caps off with the Ear Booker. The Ear Booker polka. Weird Al.
Yep.
So there you have it. This covers a big swath, too. Like, most of his polkas are very concentrated, but this one does cover a larger, because that's what Stars on 45 was also doing. It's a bigger swath of time. So that makes sense.
Well, yeah, this is one of the few where he gets into both 60s and 70s like music going back, a couple decades, whereas normally he's kind of
right where
in
you
a
are
particular realm. Yeah. Except for the Rolling Stones of course, which is all Rolling Stones.
Yep.
So I'm going to be honest. So this album in particular, the early and the earlier Weird Al albums in general, I didn't listen to nearly as much as his, Bad Hair Day and further albums. Those were definitely where I listened to all of them front to back all the time. This one I probably heard, a few times and then, moved on. But going back to it for this has been so cool because I had forgotten that he even touched this era of music,
Yep.
And it's just cool to hear the Beatles, represented. Smoke on the Water has got a connection to Frank Zappa, who's kind of in his wheelhouse, just these deep cuts that I just completely forgot that he had touched. It's
so cool to see. So unless you have any objections, let's talk about what we think works, because we're already this is so cool. Do you want to go first with your first point?
First of all, I have the Iron Butterfly Inagata Davida, which is apparently a drunken saying of in the Garden of Eden was what it was supposed to be called. Dude was really drunk, and that's what they wrote down.
Yep.
But as far as what works, I think that first and foremost, it started the legacy of polkas. That is the kind of biggest part of this track that I appreciate, is that this, he injects this in every album at some point, except for the one you mentioned earlier.
Even worse.
It's just I don't know if I would have ever appreciated polka in my life had it not been for hearing it through the guys of Weird Al.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. I grew up in Northeast Pennsylvania, and so that's it's part of it's part of the heart of polka country. We've got a lot of Polish stuff going on there, and any summertime church bazaar, the live music, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a polka. You're going to have to be hearing polka up there. So I grew up on a lot of polka, but it was mostly
so you were kind of primed to be a Weird Al fan.
It would have been surprising if I wasn't. Let's put it that way. But it was mostly the Pennsylvania polka or the In Heaven There Is No Beer. That's why which explains the other half of this podcast. But then Weird Al comes out in this style that I'm familiar with. So I was I had heard polka. I understood polka. I knew what it was about, but it was my grandparents' music, not mine. Okay.
Yeah.
And then here's Weird Al. You know, the first one I heard was alternative polka, so it's like doing songs that I know I've heard on the radio. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Then you go back to this, and like, of course I knew the Beatles, I knew the Doors, I knew all that stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, he's doing this same thing. Yeah, it's really super cool. Very, very cool.
Well, like he could just do this, and he would have been like pretty successful, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think that he, even if he didn't have like any of the parody covers, if he just did these forms of polkas all the time, like it would have been, people would have liked that too.
Yeah.
You know,
there would have been a good niche audience for that somewhere. I'm certain. So
yeah,
you took a big swing for your first point. I
start big and then I narrow.
That's fine. That's totally great.
Yeah.
And I'm literally every single one of my points nestles underneath that one, that point that you made, because it's like, it's just me picking out the little tiny things that he does that I absolutely love, that then become like stuff that he does even better moving on. So my first point that I think works so well is the transition from that terrible Berlin song into Hey Jude, right? Because he goes, hey, Jude, don't make it bad. It's that hey.
Yeah.
He
does, doesn't he?
It's so good because it's like that polka, hey, that like you get. That's like the bridge in a polka to get you from point A to point B. And the fact that that's how the hey in Hey Jude happens,
that's got to be the reason that song's in there, right?
Oh, probably. And I think he had to find some kind of a Beatles song to put in it, since the Stars on 45 was so Beatles heavy.
That's true.
It's just so perfect, and it's a blink and you miss it kind of hey Jude, don't make it bad, because like if you think back on it, your brain kind of fills in like the hey Jude, like, but it's just hey Jude. Like
because that's like the most important part of that song, arguably, is just the intro, first two words.
And I just think it's great. Like I have nothing more to say about it other than I think that's just a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful point.
My next point is also about a transition. I really enjoy the when they transition into Inagata Davida, it just stops, slows way down, and gets into a jam. Like it gets into a groove, And I think that's maybe my favorite transition in this particular track. I love it when there's like an abrupt halt in the polka so that he can, just lay into the rest of the song,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, that Inagata Davida bit is so funny too, because, like Inagata Davida is like, look, it's a big voice like this, the iron butterfly, it's all right here. But then he goes, don't you know that I love you? And it's just like,
yeah,
it's so
he does.
perfect.
He does always go out of his way to like alify it or whatever,
It's so, but you like in a subsequent point that I'm about to make. He can do that big round voice because, like that transition the Inagata Davida bit is great. One of my favorite things that works so well in this is the hot-blooded Every Breath You Take part of the song. I love any part in a polka where it breaks down into the snappy hot-blooded, check it and see, right? Like it's low and the snappy bits. I like the breakdown in a polka, I guess. Because in the Angry White Boy polka on Poodle Hat, the breakdown is the stroke song. Last night she said, right? I like it when it just stops.
That's a good part.
But he's doing that here in Hot-Blooded. Last night, it's the same thing, and it's so perfect. And like while he's still down there in that part of his voice, when it goes into the Police song, Every Breath You Take, I can't hear Every Breath You Take without like imagining like I'm stomping through mud, because it's every breath you take, boom, boom. Like it's just like that's not how it goes, but that's how it goes.
That's how it goes today. On the Every Breath You Take thing, I really enjoy that he's taking deep breaths in the background. You can hear him, and those kinds of things. I will say, like one little point against it is that I think in future polkas, those kind of onomatopoeias come through more in the mix, like they lean more into them. So I think like in a future one, those breaths would be a little louder
Mm-hmm.
in the mix. But I love that, I love those, all those little vocalizations in between things that he throws in that are, so iconic of him,
That's just how he does it. That's how
Yeah,
he
yeah,
rolls. I love it.
yeah, yeah. And do you have another thing that you thought worked about it,
Oh yeah, well
or was that the end of your list? Sorry.
no, I have one more. I have a third. I do have a third. I'll go with my
Okay.
third if you want, because it's tiny. All of my things are
Yeah.
tiny. Because like this polka was like yes, like you hit the nail on the head with like, this is the first one. This is the template. That's what makes this so great. Because of course there are opportunities which we can talk about in the second half of the show when we talk about what could be better, but it's all things that he ends up improving and growing and fixing later on in his career. So like, how much can I really complain? So my last bit,
Right, exactly. Yeah.
my last point, and I'm not even ashamed to say this. When I first heard this polka, I had never heard "Hey Joe" by Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
And actually, before I even get to this point, I need to sidebar and say that
Yes.
I today had to go and listen to 2 songs from this polka because I couldn't immediately pull them in my brain. And it was the Berlin song,
Me too.
and Jocko Homo by Devo. And
Womp 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 womp.
I will tell you what, like, this isn't a point I'm making here about this, but the fact that he was able to take something that is like as like disjointed and like dissonant as that Devo song, and do it on the accord, dun, 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 and make it something that sounded like something I wanted to hear is great.
That's a feat.
I'm not knocking Devo. Devo has their place. Like, they absolutely do.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I just recently got like kind of schooled on Devo. We have a guest that comes on just almost exclusively to teach us about new wave, and Devo is quintessentially new wave, and like I definitely gained an appreciation after doing the research with those guys. You know what I mean? Like I always was like, what is up with those guys? What's they got Lego hats and stuff. I don't know what their deal is.
I get it. It's just like, if I'm gonna pick an act like that's like artsy and weird and new wave, I'm gonna go Sparks over Devo like any day, because Sparks is more like melodic to me. It matches my sensibilities a bit better, but I digest.
Well, I think Devo is one of those groups that was never kind of like, I don't think they ever intended to be such a big thing.
No.
Like they just wanted to kind of do weird arty stuff that happened to be musical, and then it caught on.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it's because they were making videos when MTV was happening, and they had the visual medium to them, and it was like, well, that's these guys. The last thing I think really, really works, because I had never heard "Hey Joe" before hearing this polka, and it was probably a couple years even after I'd ever heard this polka for the first time that I finally heard "Hey Joe." But I love the whole "Hey Joe" bit in this song. I love the fake pew pistol gun. It's like, "Hey Joe," where you going with that gun? Like,
stock pistol sound from 1952 or something. Like,
it's great. and then he ends it with yodeling on "Old Lady," old lady. Who? Like, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And that's all I have to say about it. I found "Hey Joe" to be disappointing when I heard it for the first time, because this part of the polka is so good.
Well, yeah, and Jimmy doesn't do any yodeling.
No, where's
he
the
just
yodeling?
Kind of, it's just so much more chill and relaxed. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same at all.
Yeah. But that was also my third point, was that spot in particular. The yodeling was just so good, and like it's like, oh, why doesn't this appear in more of these? Like this is good.
I know.
He knows what he's doing.
We need more yodeling.
Yeah, we need yodeling. We need a polka tour. Like, come on, Weird Al.
I know. I mean,
we need it.
I think I'm gonna do this now. Look at this. I'm cracking another beer.
I crack one too.
All right.
It's the one that cannot be named.
Oh yeah, and isn't even going to sound good because it was a bottle.
Until they help the union.
Right.
Sorry, I don't know. I get on my soapbox.
No,
Yeah,
you're allowed to do what you do. It's totally cool.
What's your next one that you're sipping on?
This one I actually had in the last regular episode of this show. It's Terrapin Beer Company's Depth Perception. It's a double. It's an Imperial IPA.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah, they do a good job with these. This is like a 9.5% or something.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna regret this. I think. Oh, it's 9.1. 9.1. I'll be okay.
Nice.
Yeah, this is good and tasty. It's like one of those. I like a deceptive Imperial IPA, one that's like strong but doesn't taste like it is.
Yeah. You doesn't taste or feel maybe like I know those always kick me in the teeth. Like they're just
It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday.
That's a good point.
If you're listening to this, it's Friday and tomorrow's Saturday. So if you're not listening to this the day it came out, it's day. Tomorrow's day.
But time is a flat circle, so do with that what you will.
Yeah, and you can go backwards in time sometimes, maybe if you want.
Sometimes.
Who even knows?
If you run fast enough or something, I don't know.
Or slow enough.
Yeah, or slow enough. It depends on what universe you're kind of doing this in, I guess. But many modes of time travel from what movies and comic books have taught me.
Yeah, and honestly, I prefer my time travel to be done in some kind of a telephone booth device, be it Bill and Ted or be it Doctor Who. Some kind of a call box would be my preferred mode of time travel transport.
Yeah, like the DeLoreans, 88 miles an hour. That sounds dangerous.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, and a lot of work. And you gotta deal with the the Albanians was he dealing with to get those materials? I can't remember. I haven't seen Back to the Future in so long.
That's fine. That's funny. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I prefer my Michael J. Fox as Alex P. Keaton anyway. Like that's my preferred MJP packaging. MJF.
Is that what his name is on the sitcom?
Alex P. Keaton, Family Ties? Yeah.
Family, right. I always forget he was in Family Ties.
There was a
that's right.
There's a Family Ties station on Pluto TV. Russ and I love Pluto TV because it's free and it's
Me too.
Right.
I love Pluto TV. Just flipping through stuff, not knowing what I'm gonna get.
It's great. It's like, oh, this is delightful. So we were on a Family Ties kick for quite a while there.
Yeah.
So like we know that show back and forth. Right now we're on a kick of Hollywood Squares. The early 2000s reboot with Tom Bergeron, who, by the way,
I remember that stuff, man. That was good times.
I followed Tom Bergeron on Instagram, and I have for a long time because I wrote my master's thesis about TV game shows when I was getting my writing degree, and so I have Tom. Cool. Thank you. It's so stupid. They let me teach college with this.
They've been doing it for so long. There's so much to talk about.
I know. So I have Tom Bergeron's book because I read it for grad school, and so I love Tom Bergeron, and I follow him on Instagram. I think he's hilarious. And then we just started watching this Hollywood Squares from like 20 plus years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's great. And it's like relaxing. It's a good unwinding kind of thing that happens. I sent Tom Bergeron a DM on Instagram like the other day. And I was like, my husband and I stumbled upon this Pluto TV station with all your old Hollywood Squares. I was like, I think you're great. I always have. Like, I have your book. You're wonderful. Just thank you for doing what you did. Not 10 minutes later did Tom Bergeron write me back and said, thank you, Lauren, with a heart. I'm like, Tom Bergeron's like my best friend now.
Hell yeah. That is definitely one of the coolest aspects of the internet that we exist with today.
Accessible.
Like just reaching out and be like, hey, I loved your thing. I'm just letting you know that.
That's it.
I just need to get it out of my system.
And he was like,
then they respond.
I know. It was so cool. Anyway, I think this is a good note to kick it out to our ad break because
that's right.
Got to support some stuff. Got to pay the bills. Got to buy the beer. So we'll be right back on the other side of these ads.
We interrupt this program to bring you a news flash. Michael Jackson's ghost seen at a Yankees game.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, now with a shrimp in every bite.
Lil Uzi Vert's head diamond has been sold on the dark web.
Stories like this and more can be found at the EverTrending Story, a podcast where we peruse the news and write a fun fictional story for you.
Find us wherever you download podcasts and follow us on the socials at EverTrending Pod, and we are proud members of the OddPods Media Network.
Hey there, I'm Dave, the host of Beer in Front. Sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. I'll talk about some old school beers that maybe you've forgotten about, some new beers that have the potential to be a classic. I'll also talk to various people around the beer world and get their stories all about beer. That's Beer in Front, and it's available on all of your favorite podcast apps.
Hey, weren't those awesome ads?
Those are really cool ads. I listened to all of them, and I think I'm going to buy each product in each of the ads, probably.
That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Do you get a kickback on
I
the?
don't. I don't
Oh, okay.
even know what the ads are.
Oh, sorry.
So if you go to McDonald's, if you happen to get a McDonald's ad, because some people do, tell them Lauren sent you. They'll be like, "Who's Lauren?"
Sir, this is a Wendy's also.
Oh my God. So while we're on that, this is so funny. There's a McDonald's on the way to one of the colleges where I teach. So I'm going into downtown Jacksonville. And so this is like super sketchy McDonald's, you know? And
yes.
I teach a class at like 7:15 in the morning. So I'm driving into downtown just as like the seedy underbelly of the city is like scattering, and
it's where all the cool stuff happens.
Yeah. So I'm driving into downtown, and the McDonald's that's right there, they've got their Golden Arches sign, and the sign says, "Our ice cream machine works."
Oh, damn!
I'm like, big.
They're flexing over there.
Big flex downtown McDonald's.
Yeah. They're like, I know we're notorious for this, but this one works.
I was like, okay, all right, cool.
That's awesome. Actually, that's really that whoever the manager that did that deserves a raise. That's good marketing.
It just cracked me up. It cracked me up when I saw it. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here on the flip side of the ads. Where we talk about a couple of things that we think, maybe there are some areas of opportunity with this particular song. I don't know how much we're going to talk about on that, but after that,
I got things to say.
Oh, if you got
about
things to
Mr.
say,
Yankovic.
Okay, great. Then we close
Not
it, of
much.
course, by ranking the song on a scale of 1 to 27, and then we say our goodbyes, and that's the episode. So we're going to start pooping on this song now with stuff we think doesn't work. Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Well, Weird Al is a talentless hack, and this sounds nothing like Stars on 45. It has no disco, and he plays the accordion so well, it's embarrassing,
It is so embarrassing how good he is at it.
So that's mostly what I got.
Oh my gosh, that's quite the tale.
I just wanted to come in hard with this because we can't just let him get away with all of this.
I know he's just running roughshod over the polka genre.
Yeah. Weird Al, he's got such goodwill everywhere, and everyone thinks he's so nice and cool. But he's just a guy.
He's just a guy, and I don't know about you, but I watched the Weird Al show in 1997. I know he can be a bit of a jerk.
Yeah, when he wants to be.
So,
So
that's available on streaming. I recently rewatched.
Really?
Yeah. I recently rewatched.
Where can may I ask?
It moves around. I think.
It moves around. It's like Comedy Bang Bang. It just keeps on going everywhere.
Last I checked, it was on Prime.
Okay. I think I have access to that.
But you can, you can find it.
Probably on YouTube as well.
Yeah, you can find it. But I just did a rewatch a little over a year ago with my stepson Zach, who had never watched it before.
Okay.
Right? I was in you and I we were in the right age bracket when that was coming
Yeah,
out.
that was mind blowing to see he even had a show.
Right.
Like,
and so it was like, I watched it when it was on. Like, that was like the most brilliant 13 weeks of my life. It was like, look at another Weird Al show. It was great.
Yeah.
But then, Zach was staying with us for a week, and I was like, so, would you like to watch the Weird Al show with your stepmom?
Let's take you way back 20 years ago.
25.
25 even.
Yes. And he was like 16, 17 at the time, and he's like, he sat and he watched the entire freaking series with me. And then we did an episode of this very show about it. And I was like, so how much holds up? And he goes, more than you'd think. And I'm like, great. Delightful.
That's one of the best aspects to Weird Al is that his timelessness and his humor. Like it like you can watch those the MTV show that he was a part of or whatever, where he like
LTV,
had up interview things. Just brilliant, hilarious, and will stay hilarious.
Yep. So timeless. Oh
yeah.
I guess I have to say the one thing that I really think doesn't work, and it's probably just because like it doesn't make sense to me in the polka, and I think the song is absolute garbage, is I don't like that Berlin song in it, the sex like I don't like hearing Weird Al, I'm a boy, I'm a little girl, and we make love together. I just don't like it.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, how much of a hit was that at that point? I've never ever heard that on the radio.
I hadn't either. So let me see.
Yeah, it's because it's always hard to assess that kind of thing. I know it's a weird track because there's the guy that's just saying I'm a man the whole time.
Okay. So last summer, Russ and I went to see Culture Club, Berlin. And Howard Jones.
Okay.
So I went into it because Russ loves Culture Club. We were like, okay, we're gonna go see Culture Club, and Berlin was opening for them, and Howard Jones was opening for Berlin.
So they're still going. Okay.
Yeah. So
still doing
so I ended up leaving that show, falling passionately in love with Howard Jones and everything that he's all about. I have since purchased.
How could you not?
I have since purchased like 4 Howard Jones albums. Like, I love him. I love Howard Jones so much. Howard Jones is approaching like Weird Al territory for me, as far as like me respecting his talent and how like nice he is as a person. That's where I go. But anyway, Berlin did this song, and I was like, oh, that's the one from the polka. And it's from 1980.
Was the crowd like really excited about that
No.
song? Like, it was just kind of one of the...
No, in the U.S., it peaked at number 62 on the Billboard Hot 100.
So this must have been just like a one that he heard, thought was strange or something.
It was
I don't know.
number 8 on the U.S. Dance Club chart. And it hit number 4 in Canada.
All right. Well, Canada loved it.
Canada really liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And a Canadian electro dash musician Peaches covered the song as a bonus track for one of her albums.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
What is electro dash? I don't even think I can't dive down this right now.
I can't speak to that.
I just can't.
There's so many of those electronic subgenres that are just like kind of beyond me, I go with Europop, and that's about as far as I go.
Yeah, I know. I get that completely.
Yeah.
I just don't care for this, and I don't like anything about it. Like, the lyrics were inspired by Terry Nunn's relationship with a DJ and her attempts to introduce elements of erotic role play into their sex life. Which was confirmed
I read that
by him. I don't like that. And I will tell you, Terry Nunn, she's 62 years old. So at the time when this song came out, she was like 21, 22. I'm like, girlfriend, your brain ain't even fully formed. You are a little girl, and we make love together. And I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's a weird inclusion. Not like Weird Al inclusion. It's a strange inclusion.
Odd. It's just odd.
Yeah. It's definitely the odd man out of the rest of the tracks here.
It is. It is. And I feel like that Devo song even makes more sense than this, because at least that was like, that tracks with what Weird Al was doing, because then you've got the Devo pastiche on the next album. So like that makes sense contextually for him. But this,
I think it's the chorus. Like it's the I'm a man thing, like juxtaposed with like what she's saying in the song is just very weird.
It's weird.
And like I'm assuming they just heard it and like he was like, you know what? Let's include that I'm a man bit in this track. I don't know. Because I remember, I heard the song for the first time, doing research for this, and I was just like, what is this song?
Did you watch the music video? Did you like watch I watched the official music video.
There's an official music video. Okay. I haven't seen
Sex
that.
Ima ...
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll have to check it out, I guess.
I watched it. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Judging by the shock on your face.
It's like, it's not good. Like the one guy, he's like drawing at like an artist's table. And then she like keeps changing from having like barrettes to like big hair and lipstick to being like,
so she's like actually changing.
I'm your slave. I'm a little girl. It's like, I don't want any of it.
Yeah. They really threw around the little girl thing a lot back in the day.
Too much.
It's way too much.
Too much.
And yeah. That's a whole other podcast.
Yes. So that's it. For me, that's the only thing that doesn't work. I just feel like you could put any other song in there. I just don't. This just busts my vibe for me, but then it picks it up right after that, and we're cool.
Well, I will say for a few more extra notes here, there was in the original version, 1999 by Prince, "Bad Boys Get Spanked" by the Pretenders, and a little bit of "Stairway to Heaven" by Led Zeppelin in the original.
Oh, I'm sure all of those got squashed by one for one reason or another.
Yeah. Copyright can be tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if you are doing covers and parodies.
Yep. The Prince of it all. So that started all that.
But I guess, I mean, it sounds like the Berlin track is always there. So I don't know. It must have been just.
I'm a little girl.
Yeah.
I felt like drunk uncle just now. That Saturday Night Live Bobby, like when he does that thing, with your Berlins and your blah blah blah. I just don't.
But that, and I mean, the only other thing I would say would, as far as a negative, would just be the production value obviously gets better with time and stuff. And they kind of figure out how exactly they want the polkas mixed. Like I was saying, with the onomatopoeias kind of come forward in the mix with later polkas. So that's the only real beef I got with this one.
Yeah, you're right. And it's not even beef. Like, because I'm just thinking like his accordion playing obviously still gets better over time too. It's great on this, but like you hear it gets smoother on subsequent polkas, and they figured out how to mix and record the accordion better on subsequent polkas and stuff. But this is as perfect as you get for a first stab at something like this.
Yeah. Like excellent as far as the first, time doing this. Yeah.
And so I can't complain about it at all. I think
Me neither.
That puts us down to our rankings on a scale of 1 to 27. Do you want to go?
I've only listened to 4 of these so far, or 3 of these for this album so far. Is there a reason it's 27?
Yeah, that's That's like,
has that been explained in the show?
That's Weird Al's favorite number. It's a number that appears frequently in his
favorite number
music and like TV shows and things like that. So if you really listen, like you'll hear...
it's like his go-to like random number.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
yeah. It's his
we all have those for some reason.
Yep, and that's 27. It's weird. I actually have a necklace. It's a little gold chain with the number 27 on it. I wore it on my wedding day with 27. So Weird Al was there with me.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, that's nice. But yeah, it says because it's the Weird Al number, and it's just a weird big swath to have to choose from, because like who are we to rank this anyway? This is me coming from a person whose podcast started all about ranking things, but now I'm like, who are we to say? Who are we
Yeah.
to say? This is just what we think. So 1 to 27, huge swath, whatever it means to you.
So I will say 20 to 22, I guess, ish. Because, like, it's not my favorite polka of his. It gets points, obviously, for being the first. But, for me, it's the Bad Hair Day and Running with Scissors are, like, the top tier polkas for me. And that's purely because of my age and nostalgia and whatnot. So, at 20 to 22.
Okay, so what would we could say 21?
I'm hard. It's hard for me to pin down. Let's say 21. Let's just say 21.
Average it out at 21.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm cool with that. I think I ended up giving Buy Me a Condo a 22.
Okay.
Which is probably my least favorite track on this album. So I'm going to give this a 23 because I like it more than that. And that's solid. That's my reasoning. I will say I went into my Buy Me a Condo conversation with Mike prepared to give Buy Me a Condo a 20 or even lower than that. But our conversation made me appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm.
So it got bumped up, which kind of knocked everything out of whack for later on because I can't rank anything lower than that now.
Because if it's the worst one for you, then everything is up. Up
but
there.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I think all of his stuff is great. So I'm fine ranking everything.
You
22.
did make a whole podcast about
I sure
it.
did.
So,
did.
Yeah.
So
that's genuine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I think that's where we are. We covered Polkas on 45. We did it, Brad.
We did it. We really did it.
Yay!
Yeah. I'm so glad to have discussed this finally in an open forum.
In an open forum. Yeah, no, I can tell it's been welling up.
Yeah.
I get it. It's important. So I know you said it at the beginning, but at the end, just tell people where they can find your podcast and like what you've been up to lately, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So the album concept hour you can find wherever you listen to podcasts. We're saying don't go to Spotify though, because we're trying to transition stuff into YouTube podcasts. Because Spotify has been a little harsh with the copyright distribution stuff.
And then you play music, right?
Yeah. I play music. It clips on the podcast, all fair use guidelines and whatnot. And recently, they've been starting to take some stuff down indiscriminately, which is no fun. But so let's listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts, and I will plug the YouTube page. youtube.com/flyoverstatepark. We have a couple of different music-oriented things we do there. One is we eat increasingly hot wings while listening to a 10-track album, Hot Ones. And you can, if you want to see me in pain, that's where you would go. And then Music Movies Tonight is our kind of ongoing series. Where we cover different either music documentaries or movies involving music, and it's sometimes just a movie that has a country artist in it. With our I always want to call it Eastbound and Down, but it is Smokey and the Bandits, right? Yeah. So check out our YouTube. We got a lot of stuff happening over there, and the podcast is now there as well. So it's your one-stop shop for everything that I do until I make another YouTube page for other things. youtube.com/flyoverstatepark.
I love it. Beautiful. I think that's wonderful. So go check that out. That sounds like a very good time. And I'm sure it is. I know it is.
Oh yeah.
I know it is.
Mostly until you get to
the
wings
wing.
8, 9, and 10, and then it stops being as fun. But but that's just for me. For you, it might be great. It might be
I don't know,
an awesome time.
You might persuade me to do that. I fancy myself a spicy person. But shall see.
You'll find out. You'll find out quick when you do that stuff.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna bite off more than I could chew, I suppose.
And we're taking a break from those for a little while because it takes a lot out of you.
You got to regrow your taste buds. I understand.
Yeah, I don't know how Sean Evans does it. He has to be a robot or clone at this point.
Cyborg.
That's been replaced.
Cyborg.
only thing I can guess. Yeah. But
Oh, I love it. Well, Brad, thank you so much for being here to
thank you for having me.
round out side one of the Weird Al Yankovic in 3D 40th anniversary.
In 3D.
Yes, celebration. So,
Yeah.
I was gonna jump right into side two for the next episode of this, but what I've decided to do was have friend of the show, friend of mine, and comedy musician Insane Ian here to talk about
Oh wow.
track one. Side one, rather, like as a whole, and kind of do this whole thing. So we're going to do a side one recap while we flip the proverbial record, as it were, and then come back to you fresh on side two after Ian has had his say of things. So that should be fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah, it'll be insane. Anyway.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back next time with that. In the meantime, have an awesome time and bye.